Hello there, this is Christy Lewis at the Lakeport branch of the Lake County Library, and today I'm here with a book haul of brand new books for you. Let's take a look. And don't forget, you can order any of these for free online through the links that I have down below for you. First of all, we have My Fate According to the Butterfly by Gail D. Villanueva, and she might also pronounce it Villanueva, I'm not sure, but probably Villanueva. This is a debut middle grade fiction book, which Kirkus Reviews gave a starred review, and it is set in the Philippines by a Filipino author who is based in the Philippines, so that's always cool. She probably knows how to write in the setting of Manila, which is where this is set. I love the author's description in the back where it says that she and her husband live in the outskirts of Manila with their dogs, ducks, turtles, cats, and one friendly but lonesome chicken. This story is about a girl named Sab Dulce who lives in a family with a kind of secret. She doesn't know why her older sister has banished their dad from their family. But just recently something happened that has made Sab start thinking about her dad, and that is that she saw a giant black butterfly, which is actually an omen of death according to her father and what he told her when she was younger. So she goes on a journey through Manila with a friend trying to reconnect her sister and father. And it kind of sounds like there's a lot of culture shock because she's grown up very safe and comfortable in a cocoon, and this adventure is certainly not safe or cocooned. My Fate According to the Butterfly is also available as an ebook, and it was published in 2019 by Scholastic Press. Next, we have Beginners: The Joy and Transformative Power of Lifelong Learning. This is by Tom Vanderbilt, who is the best-selling author of Traffic, Why We Drive the Way We Do, and What It Says About Us. He also has several other writing credits to his name, like writing for the New York Times Magazine. So this is a nonfiction book that you can probably expect to have a pretty compelling and readable style. It's also got a quote from Malcolm Gladwell on the back, a positive quote. The inside cover says that this book is about how small acts of reinvention at any age can make life seem magical. It's all about becoming a new learner as an adult, how we should jump into new things even though the first stages may be awkward. It's just pure joy. He was inspired to write this by his insatiably curious young daughter, and he was kind of in a career slump when she inspired him to try some new stuff. So he spent a whole year just trying new things. He went to like a surf camp in Costa Rica and some other things that he mentions. So it sounds like a fun adventure, and this is definitely something you could try out. I found the same thing. I was in a rut for a long time, and then I started filming on BookTube, and it enabled me to start doing this with you guys. So I've only been doing video stuff for like a year and a half. So yeah, for sure, lifelong learners have more fun. Next. Oh, this is available as an ebook. It's a bourgeois book published by Alfred A. Knopf in 2021. Next, we have This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousens. This cover is so cute. And it's actually about a woman and a man who keep bumping into each other even though they're from completely different worlds. And that actually started happening like from their birth. The woman, Minnie Cooper, feels like the man, Quinn Hamilton, has been stealing her luck from the very beginning, from when he was born just slightly before her and actually like stole her name, to how his business is thriving and hers is failing. And it sounds kind of like a contemporary romance. It was also chosen for the Good Morning America book club. And always a bonus, there's a discussion guide and recipes at the end. I love that. This was published in 2020 by G.P. Putnam's Sons, and it is available on ebook and audiobook for free through the library website. Next, we have, ooh, this is my pick of the haul. I should start telling you guys my pick of the haul. I've been sort of casually doing that anyway, but this is my official pick of the haul, The Children's Blizzard by Melanie Benjamin. Now, oh my gosh, it has so many amazing quotes on the back. Like everything that they're talking about on the back of this makes me just want to sit down and read it. It sounds amazing. So I'm just gonna read you the first one, even though I would love to read you like all of them. Melanie Benjamin never fails to create compelling, unforgettable characters and place them against the backdrop of startling history. That's by Lisa Wingate, author of The Book of Lost Friends. And this picture on the cover is just, it's kind of chilling, especially if you know what the subject matter is about. This is about the children's blizzard. This is a blizzard that struck the immigrant communities on the prairie. The very unforgiving life on the prairie that they had was made even harsher when suddenly one day the children who'd gone to school like without their heavy winter coats or anything because it was a nice day for once, suddenly a blizzard came and struck, and they had to either like try and get home or stay inside the schoolhouse and potentially freeze when they run out of fuel. And their schoolmistresses are like not that much older than they are. They're like 16. It's all based on oral histories. So it's historical fiction. Did I say that? Yeah, it sounds terrifying. It sounds like a thriller. It's a disaster story, which always interests me. It has a really strong hook, which is good for historical fiction. And there is a redemption story at the heart of it. There's a newspaper kind of writer or mogul guy in here who is trying to make his life more, I guess, moral, because he was part of the movement that lured the immigrants to this town on the prairie. Even though there wasn't really a good way for them to live there, he was part of the reason they went there. People were always trying to lure immigrants there so that the states could be settled. I'm guessing there had to be like a certain number of inhabitants before it could become an official state or something like that. Anyways, these immigrants were basically just numbers of people that were there for political reasons, and they were promised beautiful lands to settle and farm, and what they got was really harsh environments. It said in here that this blizzard was kind of like forgotten as a part of history because it was about immigrants and they weren't valued at the time. There are stories based on oral histories from certain survivors. Some of the people ended up being heroes. Some of the people were villainized afterward, you know, for choices that they made. And it sounds like all the choices that they had to make were just agonizing. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I would love to just read this right now. And the author Melanie Benjamin has written several other books that sound just as interesting. The Aviator's Wife was one of them. This one is available as an ebook and as an audiobook for free through the library website. And it was published in 2021 by Della Corte Press. Why do I feel like this has been around for a minute? Apparently it hasn't, but it just feels like it has been. Anyways, next, we're going with a young adult thriller here, The Cousens. Family first, always. And there's like X's over their faces of the family members. That's a little creepy. This is by the author Karen M. McManus, who has written several New York Times bestselling young adult thrillers, one of which I read. I wasn't that thrilled with it. What was it called? One of Us is Lying, but my husband loved it. So you know what? To each their own. You might love these. Actually, this story has a pretty good hook. I would totally be willing to try this again if my husband wants to try it. It's fun doing buddy reads with loved ones, right? So this is about three cousins who are invited by their very rich grandmother to come work at her resort for the season, and their families are like, yeah, go do it, because they want the money that their grandmother could potentially give them. See, the grandmother has already disowned the parents of these three cousins, and so these parents aren't getting anything. So they're just like hoping that maybe the kids can give them another chance at the money, essentially. So yeah, sounds fun. Guys, the pitch is strong on this one. I like the sound of it. This one is also available on ebook for free through the library catalog, and it was published in 2021 by Della Corte Press. Della Corte is on fire. That is it for this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about this week's books. Let us know down in the comments if you're gonna order any of these, or if you've enjoyed any books from our past book hauls. Let us know if there's anything that you would like to see specifically from our collection, or if you have any questions, leave them down below and we'd be happy to answer them for you. Make sure to check out our website for lots of other good ebooks and audiobooks. There's magazines, there's Canopy, which gives you free access to documentaries and like language learning softwares. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff on the website, so make sure you go check that out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.